want y'all to listen to this song. It's a reason I'm playing this today for this podcast. Because I got to talk about something that's important. We live in America, folks. Best nation in the world. But it's good and it's bad. I want y'all to listen to this. That's right. He used to, folks. Oh. Yes, he did. From sea to shining sea. All right, folks. That's enough of that. But I played that for a reason, folks. I'm sorry. My name is Richard. This is Hard Hat Conversations. I'm stationed here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. Today is Tuesday. I think it's June the 16th, I think. I might be off a day or two. But America, she's in trouble. We always been saying she's in trouble, but it seems like every year she's getting in trouble because we're fighting against our own self. And the reason I said that is because we're allowing a lot of other countries come in, and the goal of a country is when you go into another country, you're really supposed to assimilate in their culture and their ways. Not saying that you can't bring yours in, because that's what the beauty is of America, but you're supposed to celebrate your culture. But now it seems like everybody that comes over want America to be just their culture. We know America got all the history, the good and the bad. We're not going to go all the way back there. I don't have time for none of that, and I don't have enough people here to help me with that because guess what? I'm not a scholar. I'm just a regular six-pack Joe, just been living on this earth over 50 years and seeing things and hearing things and learning things, just like everybody else out there. So I just want to shout out and say I love America. This is my country. This is where I was born. And let's do it. All right, folks, let me go to my notes real quick. I haven't been on the air in a while, doing some other stuff. Been busy, trying to make a living. Prices are still high. When they raise prices, folks, they really never go down. They just stay stable. The business is you don't want to lower prices. You get them as high as you can until the public stop buying. And then you top it off and leave it at, let's say the price used to be $2 and it went up to $3, and we done had that $3 for a year now. Hey, we done got used to it now. So even though it's way over the $2, $3, and then you boost it up to $4 for a while, and folks will cry about that for 6 months to a year, but you have made your money off of that, right? It's like interest. And then you may level it off to $3.50, but you'll never go back down to that $2 that it was a year and a half ago. So you'll never see those prices. Prices are like taxes, folks. Once you implement a tax, it never goes away. So when you're out there voting for all those school levies and the help that raise your property tax, libraries. I know they're going to say, oh, we need them for the school, we need them for the library. A lot of that is baloney, folks, because in the past we did, but now we got the lottery, we have online sports betting, we have marijuana. Let's give the folks like me and you a breather. We got other entities to pay for those things now. So why don't we just make our way of life a little more comfortable, where we don't have to pay property taxes anymore, where we don't have to worry about paying for schools and stuff like that? Why don't we use that money like that? I just named you a couple of things. Weed money. what was the sports betting? Come on, folks. We got all that. Alcohol sales are never going down, folks. They always going up. So let's start thinking rational. Quit listening to this old stupid news and these politicians because they lying to you as usual. And there's nothing new. I'm not telling you nothing new. It's just aggravating sometimes, isn't it, folks? I know, folks, it's aggravating. And then they bring up issues and stuff like I'm about to talk about one right now to separate us, to keep the racism going, to keep rumors of wars and things like that, stuff like that to keep us occupied from our quality of life. At the end of the day, we all one human race. Like I say all the time, I wish I had to go black, white, red, and blue, but that's the way they constructed everything, that I have to stay in this bubble. So that's the only way I can communicate with my fellow human beings. And let's be honest, if I say black, you understand what I'm saying. If I say Indian, you understand what I'm saying. If I say Chinese, you right off the rip, you know what I'm talking about. So I have to do these things, dumb, smart, things like that. I have to do those things. So I'm part of the wheel too. So like I said, let's do it. I want to talk about real quick, and I always say real quick because I keep my stuff short. I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy getting off work trying to voice his opinion. YouTube give me that opportunity. I can't go to Channel 8 or Channel 19 unless it's something about death or they're killing an animal or something. Then maybe they'll listen to me or somebody get hurt. But you just can't talk about your regular opinion, how you feeling about how your city or society going, they don't want to hear it because it's boring. So the few that listen, I thank you and I appreciate it because I do listen to other people out there as well because I like to hear those things because I can relate to those things. And I know a lot of these things I talk about and a lot of things I hear out there, I can relate. So that's what draws your attention because you can relate to those things. You agree with some of the stuff and some of the stuff you don't agree with. That's good. And that makes the world turn around. So as I said before, let's do it. These riots in LA, I've been sitting back looking at this stuff, folks. I can go all over the place, but like I say, I can't do that. I need a panel and I need to go back hundreds and hundreds of years, and we can't go back hundreds and hundreds of years. Not saying that history doesn't matter. We learn from our mistakes. But folks, we need to improve what's going on right now. What can we do to make things better right now? At this moment, right now. Okay, of all the stuff that we know, what can we do? The rise in LA, just a little quick summary of how I feel, just a little bit, because I can't really say much of how I feel because it'll take a long time. Like I said, I think it's a shame that they one thing I'm ashamed that the legal immigrants is allowing them to parade in that Mexican flag in the United States of America. I kind of don't like that, and that's not because I was in the military. It could be a little bit partial. I'm gonna be honest, you know, but I don't think that's a good idea. If you're trying to get somebody to fight for your cause, why are you raising the flag of an oppressor that you run into the United States from? It doesn't make sense to me, folks. So all those so-called educated and smart people that's out there protesting, that's helping the migrants and all that out, the legal migrants, not the legal ones, the illegal ones that you helping them out. Won't you give them, buy them some American flags and say, I want to be in this country, I love this country because I want to get away from my oppressed country, Mexico, Venezuela, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica. I want to get away from those countries, because they don't have a welfare system. Why don't we protest and say, hey, if America is the so-called beacon and a model, why don't some of these other smaller countries, in order to grow like America had to grow itself, we didn't get the welfare system right off the rip. It took some work and stuff and molding and all that. Why don't they develop a welfare system with some of that money that they get from other countries? I know the United States helped a lot of countries to develop our tax dollars. So why don't all those riders go down across the border into Mexico with the American flag and say, hey, y'all need to do better like America doing, and see what happens. Go to all those countries I named that we give money to and support to, and all those countries that will allow their people to come over illegally and legally and then protest and want to burn up America because they mad because America just won't let everybody in. And folks don't understand that for a welfare system to run, you have to have working people like me and you out there, folks. Money does not grow on trees. They got to take something to make something. When you at work, you're making something, most of you. You are producing something. They don't just hand you your paycheck and say, here, just for showing up. You got to get out there and whatever the job is, you producing. Remember that, folks. You have to make something in order to get something. It just doesn't happen like that. There's no genie in a bottle, for that. So keep that in mind. It's very simple, folks. You have to make something in order to get something. So everybody that's getting all these subsidies, whatever it may be, discount on this, discount on bus tickets, transit, all that's coming out of your fellow human being pocket. That's tax dollars. Remember that. So when you out there, be appreciative of what you're getting, because all that stuff's supposed to be, most of it, temporary to help you get back on your feet. And I know there's some exceptions with disabilities and stuff like that. We're not going to get all into that. But we understand that. We're talking about the ones that just don't care, that keep having all these babies, no child support, no nothing. We have to slow all that stuff down. It's not just the babies. It's the corporate theft as well. These big companies are stealing taxpayers' money. And we have to cut down on that. When Doge went in there and was cutting all those federal jobs, a lot of people were saying, okay, that's fine, but cut some of the fat off of these companies. And here's an example. I think they're going after Medicaid on certain things. They're not going to cut Medicaid, folks. I'm sorry. They're not going to cut Medicare or Kate or whatever it is. I don't have either one. I get confused with them because I think the medical system should be a little more simple. I have some friends that's on that. They talking about A, B, C, D. I thought they was talking about the alphabet. And they telling me about their health care. I haven't made it to that point yet, but I know I will be there at that time. So one day in life, hopefully, Lord willing. But it's a shame that as we get older in age, it seems like they're making things more worse, where we fall in these traps, where we can't figure out stuff. And it's like our government want us to be confused, and confusion is and fear is another way of what? Controlling you. This is not no conspiracy, it's the truth. So we do it sometimes in our own lives, There's a fear of that if you break in this person's house, the homeowner might have a weapon or something ready for you. So they got security cameras. So there's deterrence and fears and stuff like that to keep us in there. But I don't want to get off of that. But let me go right back to the riots. But I believe that they should do that. And here's another thing, folks. I'm just going to hit on right now. I saw something on YouTube that some people, a lot of the Mexicans, not just the Mexicans, but all the riders out there, the Latinos and stuff like that, were saying that, where's the black folks? How come they ain't out here with us? And then a lot of black folks I saw on YouTube and, different channels and interviews and stuff. What is that? Oh, sorry, folks, that's my phone. But a lot of folks, got to turn it off. I'm sorry about that, folks. A lot of folks don't realize that those are two separate issues, and I don't want to get into it right now. That's for another day, but I just want to say that's a different issue, so I'm going to leave that alone right now because I have something else to say about that, too. I'm going to mention some countries. Cuba, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Africa, Puerto Rico, Mexico. A lot of those places, and there's more other, and I'm not even mentioning, I'm just mentioning a lot of the minority countries for a reason. not the white countries, but the minority ones. We already know about them. That the reason I'm getting to this, folks, and this is a little deep. Like I say, I can't get in it too much right now because I wasn't prepared for it. But it crossed my mind. Those countries that I mentioned. Read it one more time, and it's just a few. And I'm just repeating the minority countries. So bear with me. Cuba, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Africa, Puerto Rico, Mexico, just a few. When they come over here, and this is my opinion as a black man over here, because I have more relationships with white people in America than any of those people that I just named, those countries, people that come from those countries. A lot of people going to say, what are you talking about? You're a minority. What do you mean? I have their name, which is Richard. I know their culture. I grew up in it. I was embedded in it. No matter how high I got it, how I got there, it's reality. This is the truth. The truth hurts, folks. I have more in common with white folks in America than all those places like that. And you will say, that's insane. After slavery and the way they treat you, Jim Crow law, blah, da, dee, la, da, da. I was born with no culture but the white culture. That's all I know. America is all I know. And generations before me. This is what we know. So here's the problem I'm saying with those people I just named coming from those countries. Their mentality when they come over here, agree with me or disagree with me, let me know, is that every immigrant that came over here looks down on the black Americans right here. Now, you're not going to hear a lot of them say that, but if you're a black American, you see that and you understand that. And they're taught to, like, watch out for them, but every benefit they get, you can get it and take it to the next level. So when they all come over, they get in the benefits that we died for, that we fought for in our own homeland, that were denied a lot of stuff by our own fellow white Americans. Now they coming over and benefiting from that. And now they ask us to go to another leap of faith and go out there and march with illegal immigrants. Now I know they're going to say, oh, this land used to belong to Mexico. We're not talking about that. We're not going to go back that far because I'm trying to fix what's going on right now. We got conquered. They lost the war. Slavery happened. I can't change what happened, but I can fix and move on better and make things better right now. We can't go in the past and change the whole history. Lord knows I wish I could, but I can't. So we cannot be lawless. We are losing our morality. We are built on a Christian nation, and we don't force Christianity on nobody. Well, there might be a few out there that do it, but we don't. When you come over as a foreigner, you still get to practice your religion. That's what's so great about America. But at the end of the day, when somebody's coming after America, we're supposed to come together. We got to have a set of laws so all the tribes in America don't get out of crazy and take over, because it's our mentality. My group is better than your group. So we have to have public laws where we say, this is what we go. Everybody, wherever you came from, this is America right here. This is her right here. This is the certain steps that we all follow.